Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is our regular NBA playoffs preview show that we've been doing with Troy West from allplayswin.com. Today's Friday, May 15th. We're going to take a look right now at the Game 7, Clippers and Houston, that goes on Sunday. And some of our regular viewers may have noticed that Troy West has been absolutely freaking on fire for most of the NBA playoffs with us for free in these videos. So I went back and calculated his actual record. He's right now on a run 12-1-1 against the spread over his last 14 games. Overall record in the playoffs with us in individual games, 16-6-1. Troy West from allplayswin.com. Thanks for being back with us.
Yeah, 12-1-1. Not too shabby, Pete. Another great win last night, an 8.5-point underdog, winning outright with the Houston Rockets, which was a lot of fun. I had a lot of people texting me when they're down 19 and say, well, there goes the streak. And I said, hold on, wait a minute. Wait for the mojo to kick in. Wait for the mojo to kick in. And sure as hell, we win the game outright, which I thought could be a good possibility. Couldn't be more of a fun ride right now at allplayswin.com, Pete.
Yeah, I mean, that really goes to show you how crazy these lines in the NBA playoffs really are. At halftime, the play was looking great. After three quarters, the play was looking terrible. Then they not only cover, but they win by double digits. And actually, you're 12-1-1 over your last 14, and that one loss was by just a half point. It was that game that Houston won by 6, where the line was 6.5 when we did the video. So you're on a hell of a run. Troy West from allplayswin.com. How are things going at your site? Similar to what you're doing in our videos?
Very, very similar, Pete. We've had a great run going right now in baseball. We've won 6 out of the last 7 days in baseball. We've been outstanding in the NHL playoffs right now, 15-4 in the NHL playoffs, including 4-0 in series bets. So come take a look at allplayswin.com. It's worth taking a peek. I'll give you a free winner like I do with the SBR videos, and we'll show you what we're all about, Pete. It's the best customer service in this industry, without a doubt. And guess what? We're winning along with that.
All right, very impressive. Yeah, you know, that 12-1-1 record sounds like one of those fake records that the scam decappers give all over the internet, but that's a real record. Check the old videos. 12-1-1 against spread over his last 14 with us in the playoffs. 16-6-1 overall in the NBA playoffs. All right, Troy. Game 7, Clippers, Houston. You know, we saw what happened in Game 6. Now Houston, a home underdog for Game 7 plus 1.5. That's interesting. And the total, you know, in all these videos, sort of like the secondary story is me sort of pointing out that every game in Clippers-Houston has been going over. Every game in Memphis, Golden State is going under. And here we go again. The total not quite creeping up to where these scores have been, 220 and 220.5. All 6 games in the series have gone over. All of the last 5 games have all gone into the 220s. I think that over 220 once again is probably a good bet here. Houston as a home underdog. What pick would you like to give us from Game 7 in Clippers-Houston, Troy?
Yeah, Pete, I'm going to disappoint a lot of people here. I'll give you guys an official lean here, no official pick.
Okay.
This is about as tough of a game to handicap as it gets, in my opinion. You look at the tale of two stories, right? The Clippers really handed a game away, Pete. They just completely handed a 19-point game away. A lot of people thought that the Clippers gave away their championship right then and there on their home floor. The resiliency of Houston really coming back to come get that game, Pete. Now you go into Game 7. What are you going to get? Are you going to get a Clippers team full of veterans? You look at guys like Chris Paul. You look at guys like Blake Griffin. A lot of these guys, J.J. Redick, been in the league a long time. You've got a veteran coach who's won a championship. Really have his team ready to play. I believe that he will. And if they do, we've seen throughout the series, the Clippers probably are the better team, the more dominant team. They've had 20-point leads in several of these basketball games, but for some reason, we're going home to Game 7. Will you get a Houston team with all this momentum, or will you get a Houston team that's drained from the comeback? A lot of variables going into this one, Pete, and that's why I can't give an official pick. You know, if I had to do it, I'd go with Houston. The total, like you said, very juicy to go over once again, but will they slow it down a little bit? Will you have some dead legs that it's the 7th game? A lot of variables, Pete.
Interesting. Troy West. Yeah, I mean, you were not afraid to give Houston in previous games as a home underdog, as a favorite, but here you're not buying on them. I'm a little bit surprised. I kind of suspected you might take Houston. We both analyzed this series, and in the beginning of our analysis of the series, in the beginning of the series, we both said that we thought we liked Houston with some value to win the series at minus 144. Of course, after 4 games, that was looking like a horrible call. Now, you know, maybe Houston is going to pull this one out. So in light of you you've been, not afraid to pick Houston in previous games. You liked Houston to win the series in the beginning of the series, as did I. I'm a little bit surprised that you're not a buyer on Houston here, but I completely trust you. You want to address any of that?
Yeah, it comes down to this, Pete. Number one, you got to beat a team like the Clippers 3 straight times. Is that likely? Probably not. And then if you just look at the pace of the series, the Clippers really have dominated this series. Can the Clippers get it done? Can they bounce back and get it done? To me, it's a big variable. In the end, like I said, I do like Houston enough to put my own money down. No, and if I'm not willing to put my own money down on it, I sure as heck don't recommend people to put their own money down on it. I think it's going to be a hell of a Game 7. Which Houston team's going to show up? If it is the one from the last 2 games and the Clippers team shows up that really faded away in the fourth quarter, then absolutely Houston's the bet. But hard to predict at this point, Pete. A lot of variables. I'd love to say official Houston, but I'd say a strong, strong lean on Houston, and let's hope we get our series pick, right?
All right. Troy West from allplayswin.com, lean in Houston plus 1.5, but not confident enough in it to go official with it, so win or lose, that will not go down on his official record in these games. I will go official, though, with the over 220. They might slow it down for Game 7. You never know, things can turn around, but my sense is these two teams are both going to go with their strengths, and we'll see another game, in at least the mid-220s. I'll give the over as a free pick. Troy West, just a lean on Houston plus 1.5. Troy West, thanks so much. We'll see you again for the next round of the NBA playoffs.